Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So if you have been with me in the past few videos, I've been sharing about a lot of other contents like finance, investing and home care tips. But in today's video, we are finally back to real estate. So these three items I noticed are at the top when it comes to searching for a property. And they are location, security and ownership. So if you are looking for a property in Damansara, a gated and guarded community and a freehold landed property, that's what we'll be covering in today's video. You're in the right video. So to clarify, what do we mean by gated and guarded? Number 1, the neighborhood has to have proper security guardhouse and post. Number 2, perimeter fencing around the neighborhood. Number 3, paid neighborhood security guards patrolling the Taman. So before we go through the overview of the neighborhoods and which neighborhoods and tamans are gated and guarded and freehold, I'll appreciate if you can like this video and subscribe to this channel below. And you can also join my Telegram group. I'll put the links below, and you can also follow me on social media. So the first neighborhood or taman is Damansara. So Damansara is located in the area that is between Bandar Utama, Arah Damansara, Tropicana and Kelana Jaya area. And Damansara is a freehold mixed development of 170 two-story houses, 62 2.5-story semi-Ds, and 53 two-story bungalows. So that makes a total of 285 units in this small gated and guarded neighborhood. And Damansara was completed in 2006, so it's not too old and not too new. As of this video, making it a 10-plus-year-old neighborhood. And in terms of the facilities, Damansara is not only gated and guarded, it also has a gym, playground, swimming pool, wading pool, jogging track and barbecue area. Then we move on to the second gated and guarded neighborhood in Damansara, Petaling Jaya area, and that is the Grove Waterscape Villa in SS23, Taman C. So the Grove Waterscape Villa is not only freehold, but it's also only a low-density bungalow community. It is low density in that it has only 35 units, and the bungalows are 3 stories high. And the bungalows are 3-story bungalows. And the Grove Waterscape Villa is unique in the sense that it's not only gated and guarded overall, but also a gateless community. So the bungalows, there are no gates in front of the houses. And the Grove Waterscape Villa was completed in 2011. So it's not a too old or too new development as it's only about a 10-plus-year-old development. But the downside for Grove Waterscape Villa is that even though it is only gated and guarded, there are no facilities in the community. Facilities like swimming pool, playground, and gym. Then we move on to the third gated and guarded community in Damansara, and that is in the Effingham in Bandar Utama. So the Effingham is freehold and it's also a bungalow-only community. The bungalows are zero-lot bungalows, and the Effingham is also not too old and not too new because it was completed in 2013. And there are facilities in the Effingham. So in the Effingham, you'll find there's a clubhouse with a gym, swimming pool, multi-purpose hall, playground, and barbecue pit. So what's the difference between a zero-lot bungalow and a bungalow? By definition here, a zero-lot bungalows are similar to bungalows but with a very small piece of land. Usually, the houses are located at the corner to make full use of the land. Cluster homes come with a huge build-up but are developed in clusters, with facilities provided that are usually found in condos. An easy way to think about zero-lot bungalow is that it is like a semi-D, where the house is located at the side and instead of the center of the land like a normal bungalow. And while it's like a semi-D, where the house is located at the side, but the houses side by side, they are not connected to one another. There's still a small strip of land separating the houses. Then we move on to the third gated and guarded community in Damansara, and we are going to Medora Zone A in Mutiara, Damansara. So Medora Zone A is freehold and it's a 2-story landed community only. That means there are only 2-story houses, 2-story landed houses in Medora Zone A. In terms of the land dimensions, there are 2 types of terrace houses. There is a 22 by 70 house and 20 by 70 house. That means 22 feet of width and 70 feet of length. Or the other way of looking at it, it is 70 feet long and 22 feet wide. Then the fifth gated and guarded community is Medora Zone B. Like Zone A, it is also freehold and there are only 2-story landed terrace houses in Medora Zone B. Then we move to the sixth gated and guarded community in Damansara, Mutiara Damansara, Mutiara Homes, also known as Phase 10. Mutiara Homes is freehold and it's a mixture of two-story houses and semi-D. So there are about 79 super-linked two-story houses and 44 units of semi-D. The two-story houses have dimensions of 26 by 80. And Mutiara Homes was developed by Mutiara Rini, which is a subsidiary of Bull State Properties. And Mutiara Homes was completed in 2012. So like the Effingham and the Grove Waterscape Villa, Mutiara Homes is about 10 years old. Then we move to the 7th gated and guarded community, and that is Mudara Zone C. So Mudara Zone C is also freehold and is a mixture of different types of residential properties, residential houses. In Mudara Zone C, you'll find two-story houses, semi-Ds and bungalows. Then we move on to the 8th gated and guarded community in Damansara, and it's also in Mutiara Damansara, and that is Mutiara Hills. So Mutiara Hills is freehold, and in it you'll find individual style bungalows. That means the owners, they'll buy the individual bungalow plots and build their own bungalows on the land. So that's why it's also known as individual style bungalows or individual build bungalows. Compared to some bungalow communities like the Grove Waterscape Villa or the Effingham, you see the facade of the bungalows, they're all similar from left to right and right to left. But in Mutiara Hills, because it's individual build bungalows, every bungalow has its own taste, build and design. Every bungalow is unique. Then we move on to the 9th gated and guarded community in Damansara, which is Ara Idaman in Ara Damansara. So Ara Idaman is the phase 1 of Ara Damansara. And Ara Idaman is a two-story only gated and guarded community. So that means in Ara Idaman there are only two-story houses. There are no semi-Ds and bungalows. And Ara Idaman is split into a few sections, and the sections are Bayou, Claremont, Ambon, Mutiara, and Pelangi. Then now we move on to the 10th gated and guarded community, and that is Ara Impian. So Ara Impian is the freehold and phase 2 of Ara Damansara. And Ara Impian is also a two-story gated and guarded only community. That means there are also only two-story landed houses in Ara Impian. And Ara Impian is split into a few different sections. The sections are Berkeley, Calarosa, Chelmsford, and Palermo. Then now we move on to the 11th gated and guarded community, and that is Alicia and Attilia, also in Ara Damansara. The freehold is also a two-story gated and guarded only community. That means there are also only two-story landed houses. Then now we move on to the 12th gated and guarded community, also in Ara Damansara, and that is Winchester. The freehold is also a two-story gated and guarded only community. That means there are also only two-story landed houses. Then now we move on to the 13th gated and guarded community in Damansara, and that is Ara Putra in Ara Damansara also. The freehold is also a two-story gated and guarded only community. That means there are also only two-story landed houses. Then now we move on to the 14th gated and guarded community in Damansara, and that is Ara Vista in Ara Damansara also. So Ara Vista is a freehold and semi-D only community. It is not only freehold and exclusive, but also low density. Then we move on to the 15th gated and guarded community, also in Ara Damansara. It is Seri Piomo. So Seri Piomo can be split into 3 parts: Seri Piomo Bayou Utara, Seri Piomo Bayou Selatan, Seri Piomo Bayou Timur. So Seri Piomo was also completed in 2013, and it has a mixture of semi-D and bungalows. So there are 74 bungalows and 34 semi-Ds, making it a total 108 units in Seri Piomo. In terms of the sizes, the bungalow houses have built-ups of about 6,500 square feet, and the semi-detached houses, the sizes are from 4,500 square feet. Then in Seri Piomo, there are facilities. In addition to the gated and guarded, there is a residence-only clubhouse, which is also known as the Lanai. So in the Lanai, we will find there is the swimming pool, wading pool, children's play area, kitchenette, meeting room, and a pantry available in the clubhouse. Then we move on to the 16th gated and guarded community, also in Ara Damansara, and this community is Damansara Legenda. So Damansara Legenda is freehold, and it was completed in 2006. And like Seri Piomo, it's a mixture of semi-D and bungalows. So there are 2.5 to 3 story semi-D and bungalows in Damansara Legenda, and there are a total of 116 units, and there are a total of 116 units, combination of both semi-D and bungalows in Damansara Legenda. Then we move on to the 17th gated and guarded community, and that is Idaman Villas, also in Ara Damansara. And Idaman Villas is not only freehold, and is also an exclusive semi-D development. It is not only freehold and exclusive, but also low density. because there are only 54 semi-Ds in Idaman Villas. And the semi-Ds are also known as garden villa units. And Idaman Villas is not only gated and guarded, it is also a gateless community like the Grove Waterscape Villa. Then we move on to the 18th gated and guarded community, and that is Damansara Idaman, also in area Damansara. And Damansara Idaman is a freehold community that was completed in 2010. In Damansara Idaman, there are 136 units, that means 136 bungalows. And the built-up sizes are from 5,435 square feet and above. And Damansara Idaman is not only gated and guarded, but there are also facilities. In Damansara Idaman, there is a resort-style clubhouse, which includes an infinity pool, wading pool, jacuzzi, and gym. Then we move on to the 19th gated and guarded community, and that is Amania, also in area Damansara. So Amania is not only freehold, but it's also a bungalow-only community. And it's also low density because there are only 27 luxurious garden bungalows. The bungalows are quite big and spacious because the built-ups range from about 5,800 to 6,700 square feet. Then now to the last gated and guarded community, which is the 20th gated and guarded community in Damansara. It is Laman Ara, also in area Damansara. It is a low-density bungalow-only community. So I hope you found today's video helpful, especially if you are searching for a freehold gated and guarded community in Damansara, Petaling Jaya, in Selangor, Malaysia. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel.